Hi there everybody, and welcome back to Simon Outdoors. Now, I said I would do a review on these torches tonight. These are Cree torches. This one says on it it's Ultra Fire, and this one says something like Sky Wolf's Eye. I purchased these on eBay. I purchased about 8 of them actually, probably about 6 of this type and 2 of this type. First saw this torch when I went to a local camp, and I was very impressed by this torch. Big factor that impressed me was the cost. The guy said he'd paid about £2.53 for it, and the fact that it runs off one AA battery, a 1.5 volt battery, so it's a cheap battery. Now, I have seen after researching these that these can run on a special 3.7 volt battery, but I haven't got those. So with this model you can see there's a lot of space in there, and what I've done before when I've been out at night and I've been shooting, I've put some cardboard in there at the side of the battery to stop that rattle. You can see this one's got a rubber O-ring here, so it makes that compartment watertight. They also have a zooming in function where you just pull away like that. So that's on a spotlight, and you push back to have a wide beam. Something I noticed when these came out of the box, first ordered them, is that the way they've machined this, you can see it's a bit of a bevel there. That makes a very sharp angle, and I've had to file all of these on this model. This model with its machining, it's okay. There's no sharp edges on there. I've also found out that Cree, there's Cree, is not the torch manufacturer, I have been told. Cree is the people who make the LED in there, the little microchip. So you can see what it looks like through the lens. Let's unscrew the lens and take a look. Some of these, when I ordered them, have O-rings on there to make this watertight or water resistant. This one does not. As you can see, it is absolutely tiny. But I'm going to get my boots on next, and we're going to go out to the park and the woods and show you how bright these are. So this is just another model. This is called the Sky Wolf's Eye. It also gives you a zoom in and a wider beam, and when you can unscrew this, you can see there's not that much space on this one for it to rattle around, not like this one. I'll show you some settings in a minute. Well, I can show you them when I'm out in the field actually. So, right, let's get some boots on and let's get out and test these torches. And then afterwards, I will give you my opinion on what I think about these torches, the pros and cons of these torches. So, I'll see you in a minute. Hello and welcome back to Simon Outdoors. Now, I've had to bring the dogs out with me, so there's going to be a bit of whinging coming from them as they've just been doing. This is take 2. So, got the torch on full beam, and you can't even see it on the floor. I'm pointing the torch right at the floor now, and you can't even see it. There you go. If I bring my hand towards it, you can see my hand. So if I put it onto spotlight, you might start to see the light a lot more. There you go. And if you go right out to full spot, you can see the shape of the microchip. So if I shine it down the field in a second, you'll see what that looks like. So, okay, I'm now going to move it onto the spotlight. You can only just see it as it's near the final stages of the spot. And there you go. It's not very bright at all with these 1.5 AA batteries. And then I go wider again and the torchlight is no longer visible on camera. But it's good enough to see with. So we'll grab the other torch. There we go. You can now see the one we was just showing you is this one. Now I'm going to show you this one. So looking out, it's on full beam now at full power with the AA battery. You cannot even see it. I'm going to send it back onto spot, and you can just see the spot now where it's almost at its end. Then fully out, you can just about see. Now it's quite visible. Oh, and it's gone out, and that's switched on. There we go. It's quite visible on spot, and it's barely enough to see with. You know, that you're going to tread safely and not step on anything. You can barely just make out the path. Well, I can. I know you looking through my phone, you can hardly see anything until it's right on spot. So I'll put both of them onto spot, and you can see a big difference straight away. Actually, I think the battery in this one's going to give up now, in this purple one, and I thought I put a new one in there the other day and not used it. There is different power settings. I'll try and show you with this one because this one's working. So we've got full, dip beam, flash. So we've got full there, dipped. There should be I thought there was a third dip, but obviously there isn't, and then flash. So let's have a look where it looks like over here in the woods. If I can show you that. You can see it going across the grass. And then I am actually now shining it into the woods, but you can't see a single thing. Well, I can't through my phone. Not a single thing I can't see. Oh, you might be able to see a faint glow, and that's about it. If I put my hand in front of the beam, you'll spot that. There you go. But yeah, not very good at all. Like I say, they're only good really for close up like that. So you're walking down a path, you want to just barely see if you're not going to stand on anything. That's about all they're good for. So, right, we'll go back inside and call it a night, I think. But basically, so the review, my decision is that my thoughts on these torches are that they're not great. Basically, like I said earlier, I had about 8 of these, 2 of this type, 2 and 6 of the other. They also fail on the switches. Sometimes they completely reverse. I have had that happen on about 2 or 3 of these torches, where you switch it on and it's actually off. You switch it off and it comes on. And then some of them, the switches fail, and they fail very quickly. With only a week or 2 of having them, they fail. But they are cheap, so you can't guarantee quality and value for money when you buy something really cheap. So stay tuned to Simon Outdoors for more product reviews, more torch reviews, and hopefully there'll be some new and exciting things to show you soon. So take care, and thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. Okay, so back in from the field test, and I wasn't going to do the back-in recording. I was just going to tell you what I thought outside, but same as I mentioned outside, the switches on a lot of these have failed. A couple did actually reverse. It did actually. What happened was the torch just stopped, and then with clicking on and off, trying to get the torch to come on, it did then reverse. So on was off was on. I don't know how that could happen. And yes, a lot of these torches have failed as well. They just completely stopped working. Not just reverse switches, they just completely stopped working. So these are the only two that are left. And I wouldn't buy one again. Even though they're cheap, I wouldn't buy one, because when I'm out, like I went to the woods tonight, there's no way I could have walked in them woods safely with this torch. No way. I wouldn't even think about it. I'd only get this torch, I mean, for something for your kids to muck about with. Basically, I'd say it's a toy. That's it. Yeah, for them to play about in dens at home, things like that, you know, as kids do, mucking about with torches in the house, that sort of thing. I would not rely on this. Maybe it might be different with the bigger battery, that would give you more power. But I say I've had 8 of these torches, 2 of this type, 6 of those, and these are the last 2 that work. So even if you got the bigger battery, you're still going to have problems with the switch. So my personal opinion is, don't waste your money. Go for something a bit more expensive. In this case, go for a brand name. And hopefully one of those brand name torches I will get to review shortly. I have been speaking to them about reviews, so hopefully they like this one. Understandably, on the outside review you couldn't see much, but that's not down to me, that's down to these torches not being very bright at all. So thank you very much for watching Simon Outdoors. Stay tuned for some more reviews, and soon I hope to be back out in the woods again and beside the river, trying out some cooking equipment. I'm telling you about that. I'm going to try out the saucepan set and see what I think to that. So thanks very much for watching, and bye for now.